Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Thursday, September 10th. Don't usually say the date when I start, but seems relevant today because we've been in this for a minute now. We've been in it for a minute between March, what happened between March 10th, which was our last weekend of being out and about, and September 10th is so wild. A lot to go over today, a lot to talk about. Number one, today is Suicide Prevention Day. So we are going to be really nice to ourselves today, and we're going to be really nice to our loved ones, and we're going to check in with each other, and we should be doing that all the time anyway, but we're going to make sure that we talk about that being what today is. She's wearing sleeves. Yeah, it's not 105 degrees in here for once. I don't know why. Number two, we're going to talk a little entertainment because we do that all the time on the show. Big Brother updates, guys. The show is getting tough to watch. Just people are coming after everyone, and just some really great seasons have happened in the past, but this one is just clearly not one of them. Also, Momoa showed his support for Ray Fisher, which I didn't really speak that much about the other day, so I did want to talk about it because it was Ray Fisher's birthday, and Momoa posted about it, and I didn't have time to fill you guys in on some of that DC movie news stuff. Also, in the world of DC movie news, Wonder Woman is probably moving its release date, and so will Dune. I kind of called this, but we will be talking about that as well. And then a Roxy Advice Corner. I think the whole show today is kind of going to be a little bit of a Roxy Advice Corner. But, we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Super Chat, Streamlabs, all that great stuff. Also, as always, Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. We're making some headway. We're making some moves on that finally, but not enough. So we got to keep talking about it on this show. Sorry I'm up a little late today. I've been dealing with some familial personal stuff with Grammy and Papo. And I don't know, that might mean that I have to wrap the show a little early too. I'm just trying to get all my ducks in a row. But here I am, live every day at the Roxy with you guys. Also going to do my face regimen with you guys and drink my tea because, oh God, my phone was just on a key and it just typed in like a million space bars on this. All right, there we go. All right. Am I Matthew McConaughey? What's the difference between Roxy and Matthew McConaughey? Fill in that sentence. I actually kind of want to hear what you guys' thoughts are. Leave that in the comments. Let's get to some Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let's see. Texas teacher was checking in with us. Texas teacher said, still C and S, and I am touched you're talking about suicide. I deal with this a ton as the memories of what happened when I deployed in the Army. The deaths weigh on me, but even worse, the men I was in 8-man squad with have all taken their lives. Oh my God, Texas teacher. Then Texas teacher said, we used to call each other out on the anniversary of the first firefight we took lives in, which is next week. And I'm the only one left alive, no one to call, no one to deal with the pain. But I will never let that beat me. I love your positive nature. Texas teacher, I'll try to stay positive after that comment. But wow, I think that a lot of times you can find the reason for somebody's vices or addictions or whatever it is. And it seems like you've been through an awful lot. And I'm really proud of you for continuing to fight and work for your sobriety and helping people and being on this planet. What a tough time. And yeah, we will be talking about that today. So we will get to that soon. Matthew Gold in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, "Hi, Roxy. Would like your thoughts on this Netflix controversy about cuties. My friend said it's sexually explicit young girls. I don't have Netflix, so I don't know what it is. To my best knowledge, what this was about was that they didn't like the cover. It was kind of, I didn't see it, but I did see the cover. The cover was kind of, actually, I can try to pull it up for you guys. Was facing backlash because it was eliciting a sexual response, I guess. I mean, I really don't understand that because it's a bunch of kids, but I guess with the pose, it's hard to even talk about because to me, like, I don't have any part of myself that thinks that that is a sexual image or idea, because that's not what's going through my head when I look at kids. But yeah, a lot of people are saying cancel Netflix. I saw that trending today. I'll show you guys this picture, but I guess it was controversy over the whole film. It's about a young Senegalese girl in Paris who joined a free spirit dance clique to escape family dysfunction, spawned a new backlash against Netflix by critics who allege the film goes over the line in portraying children in a sexualized manner. So I can show you guys the cover of this, but people had issues even with this image, which I obviously did not have issues with. Oh, it's not letting me pull it up right now. Hold on. Oh, my computer's been doing this thing where it will change my my search engine to Yahoo every like few weeks. I have no idea why. I never fucking use Yahoo. It's really annoying. I must have picked up some like weird ass fucking virus at some point. But then anytime I try to Google something, all of a sudden it's fucking Yahoo. And it's like, who wants that? Nobody wants that. It's just not a thing that anybody wants. So sorry to Yahoo. Just, I don't want you as my search engine. Like at any point in time. I'll never want you as my search engine. All right, here it is. This is the image that people have been talking about. I haven't seen the movie. So it's hard for me to comment on it. But yeah, of course we shouldn't sexualize children. I just don't know in what world you feel like they are sexualized, because like looking at this, it's like, to me, that's just not a sexual image. They're just like girls doing things and having fun. People said the same thing about the movie 13 when that came out, and it was telling a story. So I don't know. Let's see. What are you guys talking about with this? Curious your thoughts on it. Did anybody see the movie? I thought it was the poster that was the controversy. The one that I just showed. Chuck, are you talking about? It's a movie about them twerking, apparently. Yeah, I mean, people have issues with that. It's like a dance. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's not the image, says Hour. That's the one that I saw everybody up in arms over. That's not the one that you think people were over. Okay, let me see if I can share my screen. Let's see. Oh, no, I don't want to play video from this. I'll get pulled down. That's what I had seen people tweeting about and being upset about. I'd have to watch it to have more thoughts on it. But thank you for the question. And anybody else who has thoughts, please leave your thoughts in the comments. Would love to know more. Going into the Streamlabs again, Glenn Caesar in the house. He says, 1 of 3. Hello, Roxy. How are you? I don't know how to answer that anymore. As always, thanks for hanging out with us today. I know this may sound strange to hear, but thank you for wearing your clear quartz crystal the past few days. Seeing it reminded me to take care of myself while helping others. It's so sweet, Glenn. Part 2, not only has seeing you wear the clear quartz crystal reminded me to start working with my crystals again, but also reminded me to do a special mantra meditation this morning, which really helped tamp down my hip and back pain and legs tightness, part 3. So thanks for letting your clear quartz crystal talk to me, Roxy, and thank you for being an inspiration as well. I love you. I hope you and all the rock stars band can have a happy, sunny, and fuck yeah, news-filled rest of your Thursday. Bunnies to you all. Thank you, Glenn. You always have the sweetest comments. Yeah, I love that crystal. It's in my other room right now, but it's still near, Glenn. It is still near. I appreciate you always being so supportive, and anything I can do to help you, I'm glad to be able to do. Katie the Good Witch in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, taking some time off from work for the first time since COVID. Don't have to go back in until Tuesday. I'm grateful to have steady work, but it's been super draining. Yeah, I know. It has been incredibly draining. That's the thing about like having work during this time. I mean, grass is greener because like, of course, you want the work. Nobody wants to lose their job. But at the same time, it's like, it's hard to, when you see a lot of people around you who get to have a little bit of time off and you're just like powering through, then it can be just challenging time across the board. Also, Katie said, did you hear that Diana Rigg died? One badass bitch. Yeah, I did. We know her from Game of Thrones, and I don't know, watch the Bond movies, but Bond, 82 years old. I think about this with my grandparents and anybody who is in that age bracket of above 80. This passing away during this time would be fucking awful because like the last year of your life, you're like stuck at home. You just want to be able to do whatever you want to do in those final years. You want to be able to do whatever you want. Like last night, actually, I didn't go to sleep until like 4:30 in the morning or something. And I was on the phone with my Grammy last night. And if you're watching this, Graham, I love you so much. And I hope you don't mind that I'm sharing this, but she was crying and it breaks my whole heart and soul when she cries. I can't handle it. And she was crying because she was like, I just feel like a lot of my life is getting taken away from me. And, you know, I'm today meeting up with somebody because one of her caretakers was sick and had to get COVID tested. And she doesn't feel comfortable sharing the results digitally. So we're driving to meet up with each other so that I can see the results to make sure that she can be with Grammy and Puppo. And like, Grammy's just like, I just feel like I can't do anything anymore, just myself. And it's really fucking hard. And also, you guys know Papa has severe dementia, so it's not the same as like being with her person. And she's just like fucking down. And just keep telling her we just have to get through this time because, you know, she's 93 years old, but she acts like she's fucking 50. Like she's able-bodied and lives in a beautiful home and still is in book club and swims and like there's just so much more life to be lived. And it's just really fucking hard during this time. And like hearing her cry on the phone last night, I mean, I was literally up all night. I just can't handle that. And right now I've been on sets recently. I've really been trying not to see them much because like, I don't even know what I would do with myself if I got sick and gave them something. Like I just could not fucking handle that. But I know she needs the interaction. And it's like, at what point do you just try really hard to social distance, interact? So yeah. Thank you, Katie, for talking about Diana Rigg. And my heart goes out to anybody who's elderly right now. It's just a really, really fucking hard time. Really, really hard time. So love to Grammy from you guys and from me. And hopefully I'll be able to see her really soon. Yeah. D-Train in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider said, saw the first 3 episodes of Boys and I'm loving it so far. I really liked Stormfront after the first 2 episodes, but after the 3rd episode, I hate her now. Yeah, totally. I love that they're doing that though. I'm caught up on the first 3 episodes as well. Without getting into spoiler territory, because I think it's too soon to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen yet. I think there are a lot of people that are very similar to Stormfront in the Hollywood world where they seem to be one way and then they might not necessarily be that way. And I think that it's very cool that they're touching on this storyline, and I'll be interested to see where they go with that. So, yeah, this season is dope. I also, in terms of watching things right now, I've been binging Broad City. Send bunnies if you've seen Broad City, guys. I'm obsessed with Broad City. The first season was good. The second one was good too. This third season is fucking phenomenal. The third season is like, I mean, like, I'm in tears. I'm laughing so hard. It was really, really great. So, I really, really love Broad City. Season 3. Oh, so good. Something I'm not loving as much right now, Big Brother. We won't talk about it for very long because we talked about it the other day, but a lot of you guys do watch or like to hear about the controversies going on in the show. And yikes, watching the episode from last night in which Tyler, who is this like surfer boy, Cali, white dude, blonde hair, shaggy hair, Tyler offers to put himself up on the block in order to protect one of the 2 Black women, Day and Bay, who are on the block. And he's like, I just feel like this will make it right. Like, all of this stuff will, I feel bad. I'm the one responsible for this. I feel like you guys are here about something bigger and more. It's 2020. I've got to do the right thing. And then he like doesn't end up happening. And he just looks so fucking bad and stupid. And then apparently I didn't see this in the episode, but in the live feeds, one of the guys in there, his name is Ian Terry, and Ian has autism. He's on the spectrum. And I actually don't know if autism is a term people use anymore. I think it's just he's on the spectrum. Sorry if I misspoke there. I'm not up to date with the most recent terminology, but Ian's on the spectrum. And one of the things he does is he does a lot of shaking because apparently that helps him to be calm, to concentrate, whatever it is. And apparently some of the house guests in the live feeds were like making fun of that. Memphis and Nicole, or Memphis was, and Nicole was laughing. And apparently Nicole now has lost a couple of her sponsorships outside of the house. Woof. Like, this man is on the spectrum, and that's like one of his coping mechanisms. What are we making fun of? What? Just, I think that the people in life right now are going stir crazy because we're stuck inside our homes. But I don't know. Something about this season of Big Brother is like, woof. Everybody's going really, for sure, crazy. Like, crazy. It's not good. Not good. I think a lot of them are going to be in big trouble for work when they get out of there because they're like showing their true colors. Okay. Katie says, autism is still a word. Asperger's is the one that's gone out in favor of on the spectrum. Thank you, Katie. Okay. So autism, yes. Asperger's, no. Got it. Appreciate you guys educating me. I always like to try to be up to date on terminology, and I never want to offend anybody by using the wrong terms, but sometimes I do think it's great when we can ask and educate each other. So thank you for that. All right. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider, Leonard Kim says, hey, Roxy, could you please explain the purpose of the crystals? I know nothing about them and what they do, and I'm intrigued. I hope your mood brightens and that everyone has a positive rest of your day. Yeah. So I don't know that much about this stuff either, to be completely honest with you, Leonard. The thing that I do know is that all crystals have different strengths and powers and meanings and things that you use them for. So like some of them will be for riches and royalty, and some of them will be for positive energy and light, and some of them will be for career, and some of them will be for love life. Like, they're all different. It kind of, I liken it to, it's all kind of in the same boat as like good vibes, astrology, incense, crystals. Like, it's all one, figuring out like your inner strength and using crystals to try to guide you. So again, I don't like have a lot of crystals or use a lot of them, but I do know that crystal, the quartz crystal that I was wearing is like a healing crystal. Let's see, I can actually look it up and it will tell you. Like if you look up whatever kind of gem or crystal that you're using, then you can see what it is exactly. So, okay, quartz crystal meaning and properties. Quartz crystal was once believed to be an eternal ice sent from the heavenly gods. In the late 1500s, many scholars think the stone was fossilized ice. Quartz crystal is actually a mineral, one of the most abundant minerals in the Earth's continental crust, composed of silicon and oxygen. Blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about its properties, design, what it means. Okay, quartz crystal is a power stone that's prized as a healing stone. It's known as the most powerful healing stone of the mineral kingdom, able to work on any condition. It's been one called the universal crystal because of its many uses, and it's beneficial for manifesting healing, meditation, protection, and channeling. Due to its ability to balance, quartz is excellent for harmonizing and stabilizing one's environment and is helpful in romantic relationships. It is said to amplify healing energy and is particularly effective for chronic fatigue, arthritis, bone injuries, depression, diabetes, fibromyalgia, and intestinal troubles. It is also believed to improve mental and physical energy, stamina, and physical strength. Quartz enhances spiritual growth, spirituality, and wisdom because it clarifies thought processes and emotions. It can increase inspiration and creativity. It can also help with concentration, studying, and retaining what one learns. So that's a lot of really good shit, you know? And the truth is, as you guys know, I don't necessarily know what I believe when it comes to crystals and astrology. I do believe in energy though, and I feel like why the fuck not? Like, why not? If you can get a little extra edge, a little extra boost, anything to feel a little better, it's like that 1% better that we talk about on the show all the time. Then why not? And for some reason, wearing the crystal makes me feel a little bit better. So I like when I do it. Speaking of feeling better, main topic of the show today, obviously, is the fact that it is Suicide Prevention Day. And I think that never has there been a more prominent time in my lifetime to talk about suicide prevention with everything that's going on in the world right now. I think any of us who make it through this time are fucking gods and goddesses. Like, this is the time that we really have to dig out our inner strength in 2020 when, as I always am talking about, we're in the biggest racial battle of our lifetime. We are stuck at home. We are in a global pandemic. A lot of us lost our jobs. A lot of us are trying to figure out unemployment income. Many of us have lost friends and family during this time, and we're going through all of it isolated. If there's ever a time that you need to make sure and check in with yourself and check in with your friends and make sure that we're preventing suicide, it's fucking now. It's right now. So, you know, whatever you've got to do to make sure you're okay during this time, and whatever you've got to do to check on your loved ones, you just got to do it. There can't really be much of a and if or but about it. If you need help, you've got to fucking ask. And I know that a lot of us are proud, or that's not our style. You don't have a choice right now. You've got to. Like, you've got to make it through this time. You can't go anywhere, and it's going to get, especially the COVID part of this, is going to get better. It's going to get different. You don't know what the fuck tomorrow is going to bring. And you also have to check on your loved ones. No excuses here either. You don't get to slink into a hole right now and just make sure yourself is okay. You got to reach out and make sure they are too. And I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do, but I kind of am. Like, I am not well right now, but that doesn't give me the right to not make sure that my other people aren't well. Like, I need to make sure and still check on them. I'm sending multiple texts every single day, checking on my people. Every single day I check on at least one of them. I have a friend who is one of my closest friends on the planet. He has been one of my closest friends since we were kids. And, you know, he really scared the shit out of me this week because he lives in a different state. And I texted him. He had texted me and he said, hey, really need to talk to you, trying to figure something out. Can we talk? And I wrote back immediately. This was like a week and a half ago. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Do you want to do today or tomorrow? And then he did not respond. So then I called him and he didn't respond. And a couple days go by and he hasn't responded. So I texted him. I said, like, hey, haven't heard back from you. When do you want to talk? No response. 2 days later, I was like, what? I call him again. Doesn't pick up. I texted him. I was like, hey, I'm really worried. Can you just please let me know that you're okay? No response. And then the next day I pinged him again and he finally responded and was like, hey, I'm having a really rough go at it. And like, I'm not telling you to harass your friends, but like them knowing that you're going to keep checking in no matter what might just keep them on this planet. So, then I texted him again and was like, said something, no response. And so I called him today and he finally picked up and was like, I'm okay. I'm really sorry that I haven't been responding. And I was like, it's okay. 100%. I don't care about that at all. This isn't about you not responding to me. I just like need you to know that I'm here. And like, we can talk about this whenever you want. I will make the time for you, whatever, whenever. And he was really grateful. And I hope, and this is not to toot my own horn at all. This is to show you guys that like people, and this is a dude who's like a dude's dude, whatever that means, ripped, handsome, sick job, like just fucking does so well for himself. But a lot of people are struggling right now. A lot of fucking people. And if you sense wind that somebody's struggling, fucking reach out. Do what you can. Do your part, because you hope that somebody would do that for you if you're struggling. So try as hard as you can right now. We have to be there for one another. This is like next level and different than any other time that we've been in our lives. Obviously, suicide prevention has been important and prevalent for since the beginning of time. I mean, just because suicides were not spoken about as much then doesn't mean that they weren't happening. It's so fucking important. But we can make a difference during this time. This is something we can do, and we have to do everything we can. So what you can do is text your friends. What you can do is call them. What you can do is send them an edible arrangement or chocolates. What you can do is write them an email and remind them of an amazing time that you guys had together. What you can do is send them a postcard of a place that you are like, let's visit this place in 2021. You can remind them of things that are around the corner in the next year. And you can do a lot of things. There's stuff that is not in our control right now, but there's definitely stuff that is in our control. So you have to take control and ownership over this, and remind people that you're there and you love them. And if they're having scary thoughts, that it's okay to share those out loud, and you can talk to them about it or give them the resources to talk about it with. There's a lot of apps that have therapists right now that are very highly trained in exactly this, because this is what everybody's going through. Or point them in the direction of the suicide prevention hotline, 1-800-SUICIDE. Tell them that you'll stay on the phone with that, whatever you have to fucking do. Obviously, keep your own mental health in check. But yeah, can't state it enough. Be kind to your loved ones right now. It's a really fucking scary, horrific time. And ask for help when you need, because it's a really horrific time as well. Okay, let's see what you guys are talking about in the chat right now. I'm scrolling up a little bit. Okay. Balancing, Cinema Gorilla is talking about balancing family time during this. Yeah, it's important to find balance of things, definitely. It's really important. Danny Boy says, if anyone needs to be uplifted, look for anything that is proven to improve mood. Music, art, being around loved ones, look for ways to laugh, watch favorite comedies, watch fail videos, bloopers. Totally, Danny Boy. That's why, like, I have been really trying to, if I can, get vitamin D, go out in the sunshine for 15 minutes or 20 minutes a day if I can, or get on the bike. Here's what we know. Exercising, endorphins. Like, this isn't just about having a fucking hot bod. Like, I get on that bike because I am like, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm so depressed right now. So do something. Get the fuck up and do something. And I don't say get the fuck up like fuck you. You guys know I'm just bossing. Just like tell yourself, if I don't get up within the next 5 seconds, this is not going to be good. So just stand up and walk somewhere or do something. Okay. Mohammed said reflecting something is the key to beat both negative thoughts and depression. Just keep that in mind, especially today when it comes to National Suicide Prevention Day. I think that's a smart statement, Mohammed. Cody says, I've been struggling like crazy and try to reach out, but nobody does the same back. So fuck it, whatever. Cody, maybe it's not the right people, or maybe they're struggling and are unable to reach back out right now. But you have us, you have this community, and I'm glad that you're reaching out. Just because they're not reaching back out doesn't mean to not be the best version of you. Reaching out to them does make you the best version of you, and keep doing that. Keep doing that for as much as you can, for as long as you can. Okay. Be proactive in a positive way, says Chuck. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Been struggling this week for sure. Guess starting to feel worn down. Matt, I think that fatigue is sitting in for a lot of us right now. A lot of us. Exercise is a great mood lifter. Rob K, absolutely. Christian says the same thing. Yeah. It's like, even if you don't want to fucking do it, if you do 10 minutes, like just a circuit of something or a little yoga video or stretching, like 10 minutes of something can really change your entire day, and you have control over that. Glenn Caesar in the super chat says, I like watching babies laughing videos, YouTube, etc. Their laughter is pure joy and is always helpful in lifting up my spirits. I like that tip. Very tangible. Something people can try. Don't knock it till you try it, guys. You never fucking know. That's the whole point. All right, going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Glenn says, much love. Much love to you too, Glenn. Almosis 210 says, 7 years since I seriously considered ending it all. Felt unheard by family, severely overworked, and hated myself. Life's still not ideal, but fam and I are good. I love me now, and I can honestly say life truly gets better. Please never give up, rock stars. Oh, that's amazing. I love hearing your story. And yeah, when people say life gets better, it doesn't mean that every part of it is always great, but I'm glad to hear that family is good and that you love yourself, and that's fucking incredible. I mean, bunnies for Al, if I've ever heard it. Go Al. Anthony Crotty in here in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, hi, Roxy. Oh, okay, this is a little different. All right, a little levity here. I got to see Tenet today. There's only about 6 of us in the movie theater. This was in the biggest screen of the cinema. I did enjoy it, but I really do need to see it again. But we'll wait until streaming to watch it again. Yeah, I feel that, Anthony. I'm glad you got to go. I'm glad it seems like it was relatively safe and social distanced. That sounds good. And I do feel like I need to see it again too. But I also don't love seeing movies that I feel that way about when they end. It's like you shouldn't have to see a movie twice in order to get it. But, Katie the Good Witch in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, I've said this before, but a suggestion I have, if you are ever contemplating suicide, if you have the presence of mind, give yourself 2 or 5 or 10 years to give your life a chance to get better. Nothing to lose. It saved my life, and my life got better. I love that, Katie. I do think that, if you do even say, I'm committing to giving myself 5 more years, and seeing what I can do when I work at this. 10 more years. Yeah. You don't have anything to lose. It's true, Katie. Almosis in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, second message, one thing that's really helped me is that making sure that I'm setting up something to look forward to. It can be as small as playing a game or something as big as meeting up with a friend. Making something to look forward to makes a big difference. I completely agree, Al. I've been trying to do this too, like little benchmarks, things that I'm like, okay, well, I know on Friday I've got, I am going to make a banana bread or whatever, just things like that. Or I'm going to write this amount of pages in this thing, or I'm going to watch this movie or whatever. Just even little things. Jake Yakavetta in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, hang in there, Roxy. We got your back. You guys too. I'm hanging in. A friend messaged me the other day and was like, how you doing? And I said, I'm hanging by a thread, but that thread's like a very strong wool thread, it's like a tough, thick wool thread. Okay, Anthony Crotty in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Got the news earlier that one of my work friends died. She got sick about 8 weeks ago and died of brain cancer. I've been in pieces since I got the news. I have no words. I'm angry and sad. Everyone in work is devastated. She was only 24. You guys know my mom died of brain cancer. Brain cancer is fucking atrocious. To me, there's not much in the planet that's worse than that. Being 24 is horrible and so young. Only thing you can do really, Anthony, is let yourself grieve. Know that it's normal however you're feeling. Try and keep her memory alive as best as you can. Think about how she would want you to handle things during this time. And, I feel like there becomes like a hole in your heart, and slowly that hole gets filled with memories, and it gets easier and different. But yeah, everyone's going fucking through this right now. Not specifically that, but we're with you, Anthony, and I'm really sorry to hear about your friend. That fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. Woof. Sometimes I guess there's not much more to say than something fucking sucks, Sometimes there's not more than that. Everybody in here is looking out for you, Anthony, and saying fuck cancer, which, yep. Katie Robinson, the Good Witch, says, this community has significantly improved my life. Katie, I'm so happy to hear that. Anytime you guys say anything positive about this community, I want to just cry, because I'm so grateful to have you guys, and I'm so grateful that you guys have each other. It's fucking crazy. Very lucky to have such great people. Yeah. Okay, so let's change it up for a second here. Maybe we talk a little bit about some things that don't make us want to cry right now. Let's talk about Momoa showing support for Ray Fisher. I'm going to do my skincare routine while I do this. Momoa, on Ray Fisher's birthday, which I believe was 2 days ago, posted a picture of Ray Fisher at Comic-Con standing up. And it was a really cute picture of him. And then he wrote on it, this was in his Instagram story. Oh, what the fuck did I just do that? Oh my God, I just did a completely wrong thing. I was not paying attention. And he wrote on it, I stand with Ray Fisher, which was interesting because the cast has not been vocally standing with him after he asked them not to. So kind of interesting that he came out and said that, and said, I stand with Ray Fisher, especially after Warner Brothers says that Ray Fisher wasn't cooperating, and Ray Fisher seemingly proved that he was. That was fucking weird. My brother called me and asked me, he was like, wait, why would Warner Brothers say that Ray wasn't cooperating when he clearly would have proof that he was? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe they were hoping that he wouldn't show it, or like that they didn't know that he did have that proof for that email that he had sent. The whole thing is like kind of wild, but Momoa has big business with Warner Brothers, and he's risking it all now too. So cinema, totally. I mean, having Ray Fisher's back right now is no small task, but it's important. And I was glad to hear that, to see that he posted that. And I think that probably gave Ray Fisher a lot of hope for the situation. I'm not really sure what options are on the table even right now, like for this investigation. So if they find that there was misconduct or bullying or the things that Ray Fisher is saying there was, then what? Is there like a financial issue? Does this just mean that Joss Whedon, John Berg, and Jeff Johns will not be working for Warner Brothers anymore? Like, how high could this really go, and what could really happen here? I'm interested in hearing more on what you guys think is going to happen here. But I guess we will just have to wait and see, as it seemingly is going very slow. And really, theoretically, I guess maybe nothing could happen. So we could be waiting a very long time. Speaking of Warner Brothers and movies and upcoming slates, it's looking like Wonder Woman and Dune are going to move their release dates again. And you guys know I said this literally the other day that I didn't think that Dune would be sticking to that date. And everybody said that I was crazy and that it would. But I don't think so after they saw what Tenet did. And also just like this time. So Deadline put out an article yesterday that said Wonder Woman 84 exhibition braces for another release date change during pandemic post Tenet. So they said that they were moving from that October 2nd date probably to sometime in November or possibly late December. And if they did that, then that seemingly would bump Dune out of its December 18th weekend and move it to sometime in 2021, which is a bummer because we all just saw that Dune trailer and like are enamored with it, or at least I am. It's pretty freaking amazing. The trailer was. I think that you guys felt similarly based on yesterday's show, but like, I want people to be safe and I want these movies to make money. I'm sick and tired of people saying that female-led movies can't make money, so we need Wonder Woman to make money. And also, it would be nice for Dune to make money. That would be really nice. It would be good if that happened. So, definitely I hope they do what's right for them and the studios do what's right for them. But also at the same time, I would really like to have some movies. I know you guys would too. A lot of people have also been talking about Black Widow. Anthony says just release Wonder Woman, Black Widow, and Dune in 2021 after COVID-19 is over. Is that how all of you guys feel? Do you guys all hope that everything gets moved to 2021? It feels so far away. Like we're still in summer technically. We still have like a couple weeks of fucking summer. 2021, man. But yeah, I hear you. And I don't even think it's like January 2021. Like we're talking, we got some months. We're doing work. We got some months ahead. We're going to get through them together, as we talked about. Lewis says, ugh, didn't Wonder Woman make money? Oh, sorry, Bank. Yeah. Just a lot of people say that they can't. So we can't really have any female-led movies that aren't making money because then people like use that as a look, see, that's why we don't do it. It's not because we're not sexist, just because it doesn't make any money. Oh my God, 2021 or possibly 2022, says Lewis Cox. What? Don't throw that out there. Don't even put that out there on the planet. Okay. So I know I've been doing a lot of advice corner today already, but I've got a couple more things for you guys. Been really into quotes recently. I believe that quotes can keep people alive and keep people going. And boy, do we need that right now, as we've already discussed. So a couple of different things. These were two that I saw on the last day that I thought were great. This was on a clip. There's a clip of Lionel Richie for American Idol telling somebody that his grandma used to always tell him the best form of revenge is success. And I believe that wholeheartedly. So right now, a lot of people are being wronged. A lot of people are getting fired. A lot of people are getting dumped. A lot of people are losing friendships. A lot of deals are falling through, all of that great stuff. And I don't believe, even though I am from Boston, I don't really believe in revenge in the traditional sense, because I think it just takes away your energy from what it is you are trying to accomplish, which only further makes them win. So I really don't believe in that. But I do believe that the best revenge is success. And to anybody and everybody who has wronged me in my life, I feel very bad for them, because I'm not going to take it out on them aggressively. I'm going to become the biggest, baddest fucking most loving, incredible superstar that ever was. And the more success that I achieve, the more that they probably will feel like shit. And that's not why I'm achieving success, but I do think that success is a pretty unbelievable way to get your revenge. So right now, if you need a motivating factor on anybody who's wronged you, remember that getting up and kicking ass will be that thing that either makes them come back, and then you get to decide whether you want that boss or that whatever anyway, or just makes them realize they made a motherfucking mistake. So yeah, when you're thinking right now about how to make sure that you are kicking ass, remember that success is the best revenge. And I really, really like that expression. Leave it to Lionel Richie's grandmother to remind us that. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider, Glenn Caesar says, I also meant to say much love. Thanks, Glenn Caesar. Much love to you too, honey. Always, always much love to all of you guys. Revenge is never sweet, Roxy, but success is. Success is. Hell yeah. Okay, so the other one that I heard that I really liked was, just because you carry it well doesn't mean it isn't heavy. So I think this one's really important, especially today on Suicide Prevention Day. And I'll leave you guys with this. Even the people who are carrying this time really well, it doesn't mean that it's not heavy. And I think a lot of us here carry things pretty well. Our sadness, our anger, things that have wronged us, people. But it doesn't mean it's not fucking heavy. And in some way that weighs on somebody somehow. So when we're talking about checking in on your friends, don't forget about the ones that do carry it well, to make sure that their heavy load feels a little bit lighter because you're there. And for all of you guys who, I didn't even mean to just, how did that just even come back up? Well, I don't even know how that just came back up, but Katie, shout out to you. You're always great. But to all of you guys who do carry things well, remember that it doesn't mean that it's not heavy, and I see you and I feel you. And if you don't carry things well, like Brandy's saying she doesn't carry things well, I think you do, Brandy, but that's totally fine too. This is an impossible time to carry things perfectly during. But just know that if you do carry it well, it doesn't mean that you're not carrying something really fucking heavy. Hopefully that resonates a little bit. Weston says, Katie Robinson, the Good Witch, is always welcome on screen. Totally true. Totally true. All right, so we are going to get out of here. Hopefully I'm going to be able to deal with this thing for my grandparents. Wish me best of luck on that. Tomorrow I am going to get my hair did. Yes, that's right. She's going blonder. No, I just have to touch up these fucking roots. So, and I'm doing it in a very safe way with somebody who's not been seeing people, and it'll just be us, masks on the whole time. So do the best I can. But that will be tomorrow. So I'll be going up earlier. So I will be up at noon tomorrow. Maybe 12:15, but that's when I will be up, just so you guys know. Glenn Caesar in the super chat says, damn Streamlabs, I meant to say much love and bunnies to Grammy. Oh, thank you, Glenn, honey. Plus, good job explaining clear quartz and crystals in general and their different healing attributes and spiritual benefits, as it can be tough. Yeah, it's a little difficult, but I think it's lovely. And they're beautiful to look at. Their energy like kind of just flows off of them. So I'm into it. I'm into anything that may or may not help. Because it may. We just need that little bit of hope right now. So anyway, much love to you guys. See you tomorrow around noon. Stay safe. Make your beds. Check on your friends. If you need help, be vocal about it. And I love you guys a lot. And we're going to get through this time together. Very grateful to have you guys. If you have friends who need a community, tell them they are always welcome here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow live with Roxy.